So there'll be a proper video coming about what I'm about to say. This one is really just a brief one because I felt like I can't really ignore everything that's been happening. I also have been getting comments and I sort of wanted to address the situation as I see it right now, even though you might look at it, but the way I view it can't really be seen as comprehensive because I haven't really played Life is Strange Double Exposure yet. I've been sick this week, so when the two episodes were out, I couldn't really play it. I couldn't stream it. My initial plan was to stream it for you guys, but at this point I don't even know if I'm going to record the gameplay. In fact, I think at the time that I won't be recording the gameplay. I'll probably just play the game on my own and then record the video that I haven't mentioned before. So sort of a review or maybe more of an essay and just analysis of the whole situation. And the situation is that after the two episodes were released, after Deck 9 released Life is Strange Double Exposure chapters 1 and 2 this week, there was a major fallout within the community, within the fan base. I'm gonna discuss some stuff that are probably minor spoilers when it comes to Life is Strange Double Exposure beginning. I'll also briefly mention some bigger spoilers perhaps later on in the video, but I'll warn you each time. So what I'm about to say is the initial situation in Life is Strange Double Exposure. Now, to be honest, I think if you're watching the video, if you're part of the fan base, then you probably know this anyway. When the game starts, despite the fact that Deck 9 assured us that they're gonna respect both Life is Strange endings, whether you saved Chloe or whether you sacrificed her, we find out that Chloe is either well dead for you or her and Max have broken up some years back. So the situation as it is, the situation as Deck 9 paints it, is that Max and Chloe got together after Life is Strange. They spent some years together, I think many years together, like close to 10, I suppose. But sadly, they had issues. According to Deck 9, they had issues and they kept fighting throughout all these years. Deck 9 even showed us the Life is Strange 2 picture of Max and Chloe that David had and added their own commentary to the situation. They added that Max said that after taking that photo, they had a huge fight. So it really does feel like they're ruining even the tiny bit of stuff that we actually did have after Life is Strange. We were told that Chloe was the type of a person who couldn't really be tied down, like couldn't really settle down with someone. She wanted to move forward to the future and Max was stuck in the past, so they had a bit of a fallout. Ultimately, Chloe broke up with her over a letter. You know, if you're with someone for 10 years, you don't really break up over a letter. But yeah, let's put that aside. I think I saw that some of the developers being quite defensive and being like, oh, this happens, like people break up, split up, especially after some sort of a trauma. And that's true in real life, but you know, Life is Strange sets certain canon for us. Life is Strange make us decide what's going to happen after Life is Strange. So if you picked that Max and Chloe drove out of Arcadia Bay in the final scene, that means that for us they are fine. That means that for us there are still a couple. Honestly, even going back to the tiny moment in Life is Strange when Max and Chloe stopped their car, Chloe touched Max's shoulder, they shared this look. I really felt like that was Dontnod's way of saying that things are fine between them. It was their way of telling us that Chloe understands that Max needed to do it. Chloe understands that sacrificing an entire town, including Joyce, it had to be done. And she's not upset with Max. Then the way Max looked at Chloe, it meant that despite the fact that she sacrificed the town, she's still with Chloe. She doesn't regret it. Dontnod did it in a wonderful way. There were no hard feelings there. And I think at one point Michelle Koch told us that they have a whole life to figure it out, to work through it together. Because the whole point of saving Chloe was the fact that they would be together. Now then Deck 9 came in, told us that they kept fighting for years, that they couldn't really work through that. Now admittedly I haven't played through the game, but I did see the letter that Chloe sent to Max. I did see bits of journal. I think the journal was really done in a poor way. Even going back to initial news that Deck 9 would be working on that game, that was always my main concern, that Deck 9 wouldn't really be able to understand the essence of Max and Chloe the way Dontnod did. I really feel like Deck 9 did not read the room at all. Feels like they don't know their entire fanbase and as a result they turned their entire fanbase against them. The stuff I wanted to add because I've been sort of thinking about this subject a bit more, and I scratched part of my video to sort of add new reflections on the topic. I feel like it's important to sort of underline the fact that we don't know where the game's heading. I have seen some theories that maybe the whole thing wasn't really as it seems. I don't want to reveal too much because I'm sure there's many people out there who just want to play it blindly. But before we actually get the full game, it's hard to get the full picture on Max and Chloe and where Deck9 is at. That's why I sort of want to be cautious, especially since I have seen so many hateful comments on the internet. Obviously, sending these type of comments, it's never the right way to go. Constructive criticism is, I would hope, welcome, but sending comments that are solely focused on being hateful, that's only gonna overshadow the constructive criticism that we might have. That is why I want to fully speak up once I have actually played the game, because it's hard to say if at this point what we see in the game is actually as it is. I also wanted to add that Michel Koch sent some tweets about the whole situation, and I really appreciate his point of view. Since the release of Life is Strange Double Exposure, I've seen a lot of tension and hateful messages against Deck9 devs. I didn't play the game yet, and I have no idea where they are taking the story, but what I know is that nothing justifies hating on people for how they wrote their game. You can be disappointed, you can want other narratives for those characters you love, or different stories. But ultimately, creation is hard and very subjective, and if Double Exposure's story does not please you, it does not erase what you imagined. From what I read, I think we would not have written things the same way, but I felt the same with the comics, Before the Storm, and I kind of accepted it. I'm pretty sure when I play the full game I won't recognize my characters, but that's also inevitable with different writers. That's very well said, I agree with that, and I think we can fully discuss what happened in the game once all the episodes are out. For now, it does seem a bit gloomy for us fans of the first game. I'm cautiously worried because what I have heard, what I have read, especially the journal, doesn't feel quite like the first game, and also underline the fact that there are actual people there on the other side reading these comments. I mean, Deck9, not just developers, but the whole studio, everyone has been working on the game, including voice actors. It's really not their fault, like they do deserve being treated fairly. So it's a bit sad overall that it's all happening. Really, this should have been a game with a new protagonist. There's really no narrative need to take Max out of the context of the first game and create a new story for her when this could have been a game like with Alex. I'll talk to you in 2 weeks once I have played the game. Like I said, I don't think I'll be streaming it. I want to sort of play through it on my own. I'll be making a proper video about it. This was just a brief commentary for now as things are right now. Thank you for watching. See you around, guys. Bye.